Hello, Orbit fans! Hey guys, if you watched the last video, you saw us get our first triumphant win. Well, I guess all wins are triumphant. Against our division rivals, the Titans. This week we play another division rival, the Indianapolis Colts. They sit at 2-3. We sit at 1-4, I believe, or 1-5 maybe. Anyway, we're only 2 games out. The top teams are the Titans, who are 3-2. But anyway, let's look at our opponents for this week. At quarterback is Jameis Winston, a 75 overall. Should be interesting. Got to worry about the run probably a little bit. We'll see about that. Their running game, they got Marlon Mack and, good grief, why do they have 3 starting running backs? And they have Dick Vitale's son. I don't know. Probably not. And they have a not great fullback. And their wide receivers, decent. The descent is not huge. No big fall off in receivers. But we've faced better receiving cores than that. I hope I didn't just jinx us. Burton, decent tight end. Their O-line. Okay. Yeesh, I guess we're not getting past him. Good center. Very good center. Okay, right guard. And yeesh. Well, we're probably not getting the pressure we got on the Titans. Their defense, left end's a 75. Their right end is a 76. And their defensive tackles are, yeesh. I'm guessing they're running a 4-3 with those defensive tackles. They have a good-ass Leonard left outside linebacker. Their middle linebacker is Anthony Walker. Definitely. They got to be running a 4-3 with those guys. And Bobby Okereke. That's how I'm pronouncing his name. So they got a good, yeesh. They got good corners, too. Good free safeties. Man, they load up on talent. Well, strong safety's alright. They have a big drop-off to the number 2. See how their kicker is. Good kicker, so hopefully like last game we don't have to deal with them faking it. We have to worry about our own team faking it. And then their kick returners is Isaiah Rodgers. And their punt returner is Isaiah Rodgers. Alright, folks, let's go into the game. Which, by the way, we get our star defensive tackle back, Michael Bragg. Ooh, wrong button. We didn't advance from the last game. Let's advance a week and see who upgrades. Who else upgrades? We've had a lot of upgrades the last few weeks. We should probably show you those. We'll start doing that from now on. For the peoples. C.J. Henderson. So most part, we are just giving these guys upgrades based on the scheme. So we figure that's what the coach would want. But if some of our boys get an upgrade and they want something specific, that's what we'll give them. Shaquille! And these guys won't upgrade for some reason. I know it says that they will, or they're supposed to, but they don't. And returning from injury, like I said, Michael Bragg returns to start at the defensive. Which is a shame, these two have been killing it too. Probably our 3 best defensive linemen are all defensive tackles. So let's get into the game. As always, once the game gets going, we hand things off to Charles Davis and Brandon Gaudin as we concentrate on playing the game, and as we've been doing the last 2 weeks, which seemed to be working, especially last week. Eddie will call the defense while I'm... Oh, by the way, Mike Ditk's not the coach, or Mike Ditk's the coach, not Matt Hedrick. Anyway, Eddie calls the defensive plays for me as I play free safety, and I call the offensive plays for him as he plays running back. Alright, we will see you on the other side, folks.
USA. From Orlando, Florida, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Orlando Orbits taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Orlando Orbits. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Orlando team as they enter play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be... Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of...
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Winston. He's got Burton here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Caleb Chason in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On third down, Winston. That pressure gets to him again. Joe Schobert providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And this could be a whole lot of fun, because if his game plan... Let's see some shots.
Now a play fake here on first down. Hines with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Winston. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they went in to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. They run with Hines. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Winston. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. K'Lavon Chason. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Number 25.
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Oh, Jameis Winston still down. Must have been shaken up there on the last play. Let's hope he's okay. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder.
A 23-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
Orbits, nothing.
Rodrigo. After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Quarterbacks that I know.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Grover Stewart able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. He'll find his man, LaVisca Chenault. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Stopped right at midfield. A little more on that one and another first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You come back with a
and he's taken down.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an
Logan Cook.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield.
On 1st and 10, Winston. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. 3 yards the game there, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start corners. Now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots down the field.
Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him. There he is. And
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, standing right on his own 5-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
Take over. First down and 10.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week.
We're watching tape to prepare.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, that's Colin Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
At the 42-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a throw. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
7-yard line.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Back on the scramble.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made at the 20.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Yeah, good game catching ball in the backfield. Trying to involve him in that way in this game.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will tie us at 3-3.
Ties the game at 3-3.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Isaiah Rucker.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Caleb Chason on the tackle. 2 yards on the pick.
These two teams all tied after 1.
26-yard line.
on 2nd and 8. Winston. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
A loss of 4 yards.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The return is Scott. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Orlando takes back over on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah. Per drive ratio.
And to give this time to the tailback. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
49-yard line.
Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
The quarterback sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He lost the football.
Jameis Winston sacked.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Here's Logan Cook now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. He finds Corey Davis. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game, because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Brings up.
Now that's staying ahead of the chain. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a carry from Mack. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Mack, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 9-yard line.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. This is Hines. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Sidney Jones in
a great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
The tackle made.
It'll be a gain of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows that throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
2nd down and goal. Winston. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw, Winston. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 21-yard attempt.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Colts have taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it is up.
His kick is
and
good.
It's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second and 12, operating from the 39. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 39. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
It's a pickup of
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They're going to go with a tight end here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at 27. 4 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 25.
Another carry for
that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
25-yard line.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the second down throw on target. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts' 12-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those.
And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's...
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. As the kick's away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
Jameis now on first down. They will find Davis. That's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got Burton here. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. First down, Winston. Underneath to the tight end, Burton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
He can run for it, and he will.
Winston on
when they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
A first down throw for Winston. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. Not much there, only a yard.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Final play of the half here, Winston. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and it's knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and they have just about gone to halftime with the Panthers out on top. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Preston Williams, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh. Check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And they trail the visiting Green Bay Packers as that one's gone to halftime. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
First down and 10 at their own 20.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive?
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
third down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on here to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Jameis to throw it. This one out left to the tight end, Burton.
Winston's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston, this one into the hands of Burton. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
And a Colts.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Quincy Williams.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll go again here with Matt. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Ball carrier, Quincy Williams.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Third down, Winston. He may try and run for this. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
13-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't for the other team. Right now.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Number
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's a 2nd and 7. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Here's Logan Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. On the return, it's Rodgers. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The Colts set to take over here offensively. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get... On 1st down, Hines. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston on the right side. It's Hilton with a catch. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Marlon Mack. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, just made up his mind and about
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base hit.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. The pass. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Right back to him on first down. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second down at 7. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10. Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
From Colts territory, here's a first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a second and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever... And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. So here are the Colts to take over. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. That's half the battle. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and less than a yard.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. And Winston lost the football. It's going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
On the play, recovered by the defense.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. And now it's third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The offense on third down, just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. That is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt, and so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Second and goal from the 1. That's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you strike. There you go. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Indy set to go on offense once more. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And they'll begin by running the option. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, Winston. And he's got his man, Hilton.
Winston.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Colts.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A gain of 2 yards.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Here's Winston. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Running back. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
The tackle made.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run style playing the defensive tackle position.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to kick it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with tied in the they go play action. Winston, he'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that is incomplete. He took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Shelby. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged. Now the lead.
The kicker on for the
Now for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Rodgers on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Time on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston will try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Winston's pass.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
From behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Almost at 7 yards.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear, and if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. But now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Orlando takes back over on offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead. Charles within that 4-minute offense. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
The running back.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Down right around the 25. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is up to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
Orbits 31. Colts 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Winston readies the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:39 to go. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
His throw incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Jameis now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Winston's pass.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Again, it's Winston. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll throw again. Winston. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get...
No doubt about it.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. A 10-play drive that time. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
24.
So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Today's final.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Orlando, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Oh, sorry. And we pull out another victory. 4th quarter is our time. Let's look at the stats of this. Victory number 2, putting us at 2-5. Top quarterback of the game, the kicker, Peter Cobb. Second, number 2. Oh, he is a quarterback, but special teams quarterback, Eason. But as for regular quarterbacks, Krieger outplayed Winston. That fumble Winston had helped us a lot. Rushing yards, Target 3 yards away from 100. Wayne, good run average there, only 4 carries. And Francisco getting the job done when we need him to do those fullback dailies. Anyway, on to the receiving. Johnson, we have a receiver leading the team in catches this time. Target second. Eifert, who hopefully should be okay for the next game, with 2, and then some guys with 1. Blocking, not as good as we did last week, gave up 4 sacks. But we also sacked them 4 times. Let's look at the defense. but only us. Solo tackles. Tie between Roberto Marino and Calavan Chesson. Assists. Good grief. Sidney Jones out there like John Stockton with the assists. And then total is Sidney Jones. Oh, look who got 7. Tackles for losses. Jones, Quincy Williams, and Grant Kreger. Sacks. 2 for the returning Michael Bragg. And you got to believe that helped Chason get 2, Grant Kreger get 1, and Andrews get 1. Oh, and Schobert get 1. Wow, we had more than 4 sacks. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 interceptions. We actually got an interception. Schobert in the best place possible, near their side of the field. Pass deflections, Grant Kreger with 2, and then a bunch of guys with 1. Forced fumbles, Derek Lewis with that forced fumble on Jameis Winston. Grant Kreger with the recovery. Let's look at our kickers. Our kicker, wait. Yeah, it was 1 for 2. He missed that, what was it, 52-yarder by a pole. If we can take that sack, that would have been 3 points for us. And 5 punts, more than last time, but less than some other games, and 2 of them were corner kicks. Kick returns. Oh, we had 2 guys doing kick returns. Oliver not very good with only 1 yard. Oh, that was onside kick. And Scott doing better than last week. That's what I like to see, more than 25 yards per average. And as punt returns, 2 returns, 45 yards. Alright folks, let's go look at who gets upgraded, and then we'll look at our division standings. Because I think at 2 and 5, we got to think Redskins win a bad division. We might only be 1 game out of first now. Depends on what happened this week and last week. Just look at Hess just in case, but if you've been watching this series, you know that happens. Ooh, Chenault already with another upgrade. Free safety, Demarius Randall, my backup. Right tackle, Juwan Taylor, one of our good ones, getting an upgrade. That's huge for us. Left guard, another offensive lineman. Thank you, Jesus. With the upgrade, it's 69 now. And Randy Ohm, maybe he'll stop getting injured all the time. And, you know, just to check the check. Nope. Now let's look at the standings. Where do we stand in the AFC South? Well, let's advance a week so everyone's games are played. And I think last week I quoted before everyone's games were played, so we might have been 3 games out of first. Returning from injury will be our center. Wow, that's something. And we are now tied for last. We are 3 games out of first, but we still got a good number of games. We got just over half the season to go. We can move it on up. Yeah, we're second to last. Well, we're not second. Yeah, we're second to last because we beat the Colts and we beat the Titans. We're 2 and 3 in our division. That's huge. We just can't get swept by the Texans, or that might screw our chances. But we have them at home, so we're looking. I like where we stand right now. We're rolling. We have a heck of a fourth quarter every game. We just need to put 4 quarters together and have to come back. Being tied in the fourth, that's something different. But we're looking good right now, especially with Big Mike Bragg back. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow. And I mean us, not random people, because that's called stalking. Alright, we'll see you next game. Stay strong.